Choose to get better. The life-changing power of choosing to improve. Introduction. Imagine living a life where every challenge you face is no longer a roadblock, but a stepping stone. Every setback becomes a lesson that propels you forward, and each new day holds the promise of growth, fulfillment, and transformation. This vision isn't just a fleeting dream, it's a reality waiting for you to embrace it. The key lies in one simple but life-changing decision: the choice to get better. Choose to get better. The life-changing power of choosing to improve is more than a book. It's a guide to reshaping your mindset, unlocking your potential, and building a future rooted in growth and resilience. Through 10 carefully crafted chapters, this book will take you on a journey of self-discovery, teaching you how to turn adversity into opportunity, cultivate empowering habits, and break free from the limitations holding you back. This isn't about overnight success or quick fixes. It's about meaningful, lasting change, one small, deliberate step at a time. Each chapter is filled with actionable insights, real-world strategies, and stories of transformation that will inspire you to take charge of your life and embrace the power of choosing improvement. Are you ready to let go of the past, take control of the present, and create a future that excites and empowers you? The journey starts here. Let's dive in and discover how choosing to get better can unlock the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 1. The Power of Choice. Life is a constant flow of decisions, ranging from the seemingly trivial, like what to eat for breakfast, to the life-changing, such as pursuing a career or ending a toxic relationship. Among these decisions, one stands out as the most significant: the choice to improve. This is the decision that sets the tone for everything else in your life. Every time you choose to grow, even if it's just a small step, you initiate a powerful ripple effect, like a single drop of water spreading outward in a still pond, that touches every corner of your existence. Choosing to improve doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's about committing to progress, no matter how incremental. For example, deciding to read one page of a book today can spark a habit of lifelong learning. Committing to a 5-minute walk can eventually lead to a healthier lifestyle. Each step, no matter how small, carries the potential to grow into something much greater. The key to unlocking this transformation lies in understanding that growth begins with intention. Improvement is not an accident, it's a deliberate act. By consciously deciding to improve, you empower yourself to move forward, breaking free from old patterns and limiting beliefs. This choice signals to your mind and heart that you are ready for change, even if the journey feels uncertain or daunting at first. You'll discover how choosing growth not only impacts your own life, but also influences the people around you. When you improve yourself, you inspire others to do the same. It's like lighting a candle that can ignite countless others, spreading positivity and progress beyond just your personal sphere. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand that the power to change your life doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from your willingness to choose, over and over again, to get better. Chapter 2. Embracing self-awareness. Before you can begin the journey of self-improvement, you need to understand where you stand right now. Self-awareness is the foundation of all growth. It's like creating a map for a journey. If you don't know your starting point, how can you plan the route to your destination? This chapter delves into the importance of looking inward to identify your strengths, weaknesses, habits, and the patterns that shape your life. Self-awareness starts with taking an honest inventory of yourself. This includes asking reflective questions like, what are my goals? What's holding me back? What do I truly want out of life? It's not always easy to confront the truth about yourself, Sometimes it might reveal areas you've neglected or avoided, but this level of honesty is necessary for meaningful change. Writing down your thoughts and emotions regularly can help you spot recurring themes, like negative self-talk or procrastination, that may be limiting your progress. Similarly, seeking constructive feedback from others can provide insights into how you're perceived and where you might need to improve. Self-awareness isn't about focusing only on your weaknesses. It's also about recognizing your strengths and using them to your advantage. When you understand what you're naturally good at, you can leverage those talents to make progress faster and more effectively. At the same time, acknowledging your weaknesses isn't about beating yourself up. It's about identifying areas for growth and taking ownership of your journey. As you uncover your flaws and shortcomings, it's essential to approach yourself with kindness. Improvement doesn't come from harsh self-criticism. It comes from a genuine desire to be better while accepting yourself as you are. You'll have a clearer understanding of why self-awareness is the key to unlocking your potential. You'll realize that the more you understand yourself, the more intentional and effective your choices will be. Self-awareness isn't just a tool. It's a superpower that allows you to navigate life with clarity, purpose, and confidence. Chapter 3. The Small Win Strategy. Big dreams and lofty goals can often feel overwhelming, leaving us stuck in a cycle of procrastination or fear of failure. The small win strategy is a simple yet powerful approach that breaks down big ambitions into manageable, actionable steps. By focusing on small, consistent victories, you can build momentum, confidence, and long-term success. Instead of fixating on the end goal, direct your energy towards small, achievable tasks that move you closer to your destination. For example, if your dream is to write a book, the idea of finishing 300 pages might feel impossible, but writing 1 page a day, that's manageable. Over time, those daily pages add up, and before you know it, you've accomplished something significant. Small wins aren't just about progress. They're about psychology. Each small victory triggers a sense of achievement, releasing feel-good chemicals in your brain that keep you motivated. This positive reinforcement creates a cycle. Every small win gives you the energy and confidence to tackle the next step. Over time, these incremental gains snowball into massive progress. Start by breaking your big goals into tiny, specific actions. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to get in shape," break it down into smaller goals like drinking more water, taking a 10-minute walk, or doing 10 push-ups each morning. Each of these actions is a win in itself and brings you closer to your overall goal. Tracking your wins can help maintain motivation. Use a journal, an app, or even a simple checklist to record your progress. Seeing how far you've come boosts morale and serves as a reminder that even the smallest steps matter. Celebrating these victories, no matter how trivial they may seem, is key to staying motivated. Whether it's completing a workout, finishing a chapter of a book, or simply waking up earlier than usual, acknowledging these achievements reinforces positive behavior. The small win strategy also helps combat perfectionism and fear of failure. When the focus is on progress, not perfection, you're less likely to feel paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes. Small wins create a mindset shift. Instead of dreading the journey, you start to enjoy the process. Success isn't built on monumental leaps, but on consistent small steps taken every day. Even the tiniest actions can lead to extraordinary outcomes. It's not about how fast you go. It's about showing up, doing the work, and celebrating every step forward. Chapter 4. Resilience through challenges. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty, but it's not the challenges themselves that define you. It's how you respond to them. Resilience is the ability to adapt, recover, and keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. This chapter explores how challenges are not just hurdles to overcome, but opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Resilience begins with mindset. When you face difficulties, it's easy to see them as roadblocks or reasons to give up. However, reframing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow can change your entire perspective. For example, failing at something isn't the end of the road. It's a lesson in what doesn't work and a chance to try again with greater insight. Each challenge you face is a test of your determination, teaching you the skills and strength needed for the next step in your journey. Resilience also comes from taking small, deliberate actions to move forward, even when progress feels slow. It's about focusing on what you can control. When everything seems overwhelming, breaking tasks into manageable pieces and tackling one thing at a time helps you regain control and rebuild momentum. This approach allows you to keep going, no matter how daunting the situation might seem. Developing resilience means accepting that discomfort and failure are part of the process. Instead of avoiding challenges or fearing mistakes, embracing them helps you grow. A resilient person views failure not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone, a necessary part of achieving long-term success. For example, a professional athlete doesn't quit after a bad performance. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and come back stronger. Support systems also play a crucial role in building resilience. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and encourage you during tough times can make a significant difference. A trusted friend, mentor, or community can remind you of your strengths when you're struggling and offer valuable perspective when you need it most. You don't have to face challenges alone. Seeking help and advice is a sign of strength, not weakness. Finally, resilience requires self-compassion. Being hard on yourself during tough times only drains your energy and confidence. Instead, treat yourself with kindness and patience. Acknowledge that you're doing your best and remind yourself that setbacks are temporary. Resilience is about bouncing back, not in a perfect way, but in a way that allows you to keep moving forward. Challenges are unavoidable, but they're also opportunities to become more adaptable, resourceful, and determined. Each difficulty you overcome adds to your strength and prepares you for the future. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about always choosing to rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Chapter 5. The Power of Habits. Habits are the invisible forces that shape our lives, guiding our actions, behaviors, and decisions. They are the small routines we repeat every day, often without realizing their impact. Over time, these habits accumulate, determining the quality of our lives and whether we grow or stay stagnant. This chapter explores the profound power of habits and how consciously shaping them can unlock transformative change. At their core, habits are automatic actions triggered by cues in our environment or routines in our daily lives. Think about it. Do you brush your teeth each morning because you consciously decide to, or because it's something you've done for years? Habits are powerful because they operate on autopilot, freeing up mental energy for other tasks. However, this power can work for or against you, depending on whether your habits are constructive or destructive. The power of habits lies in their consistency. A single action, performed once, might not make much of a difference. Eating one healthy meal won't change your body, and reading one chapter of a book won't make you an expert. But when repeated consistently over days, months, or even years, these small actions compound into significant results. This concept, often referred to as the compound effect, shows how small positive habits can lead to extraordinary outcomes over time. Creating positive habits begins with clarity and intention. The first step is identifying which habits align with your goals and values. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, habits like drinking more water, exercising regularly, and eating nutritious meals are essential. If your goal is career growth, habits like reading industry-related materials, networking, and consistently working on your skills become crucial. The key is to start small. Many people fail to build habits because they aim too high too soon. Instead of committing to an hour of exercise each day, start with 10 minutes. Instead of writing 1,000 words, aim for 100. The smaller the habit, the easier it is to stick with it until it becomes automatic. One of the most effective ways to build habits is by attaching them to existing routines. This technique, known as habit stacking, leverages your current habits as triggers for new ones. For instance, if you want to start meditating, you could pair it with your morning coffee routine. After pouring your coffee, you take 5 minutes to meditate. This pairing makes it easier to remember and integrate the new habit into your life seamlessly. Breaking bad habits follows a similar principle, but requires a different approach. Destructive habits often thrive because of specific cues or rewards. For example, snacking on junk food might be triggered by boredom or stress. To break the habit, you need to identify the cue and replace the reward with a healthier alternative. Instead of reaching for chips when you're stressed, you could take a short walk, listen to music, or drink a glass of water. It's not about eliminating the cue, but changing how you respond to it. Consistency is the cornerstone of habit formation. The 21-90 rule suggests it takes about 21 days to form a habit and 90 days to make it a lifestyle. However, it's important to remember that habits don't require perfection, just persistence. Missing a day doesn't mean you've failed. It's about getting back on track the next day. The goal is progress, not perfection. Another critical aspect of habit building is tracking your progress. Keeping a record of your habits, whether in a journal, app, or simple checklist, helps you stay accountable. It also provides a sense of accomplishment when you see how consistent you've been. Celebrating these small victories reinforces the habit and keeps you motivated. Environment plays a significant role in shaping habits. The spaces we occupy often influence our behaviors more than we realize. For example, if your goal is to read more, keeping a book on your bedside table makes it more likely you'll read before bed. Conversely, if you want to reduce screen time, placing your phone in another room during meals can help. Designing your environment to support your habits removes friction and makes it easier to stick to your goals. Remember that habits are not static. They evolve as you grow. What serves you today might not serve you tomorrow. Regularly evaluate your habits to ensure they align with your current priorities and goals. If a habit no longer contributes to your growth, it's okay to let it go and replace it with something that does. The power of habits lies in their ability to create lasting change through small, consistent actions. By intentionally shaping your habits, you take control of the trajectory of your life. It's not about grand gestures or sudden transformations. It's about showing up every day and making choices that align with your vision for the future. With the right habits, no goal is too big and no dream is out of reach. Chapter 6. Learning from Failure. Failure is one of the most misunderstood experiences in life. For many, it feels like the ultimate setback, a sign that they're not good enough or that their dreams are out of reach. But what if failure wasn't an end, but a beginning? This chapter explores how failure can be one of the most powerful teachers on your journey to growth and improvement, as long as you're willing to learn from it. Failure is inevitable. Whether it's missing a deadline, losing an opportunity, or experiencing a personal setback, no one escapes it. Yet the way we view failure makes all the difference. Some see it as a permanent defeat, while others see it as a stepping stone. The truth is, failure isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a moment in time, a single event, not your identity. How you respond to it determines whether it becomes a roadblock or a launchpad for success. Learning from failure starts with reframing how you perceive it. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" This subtle shift in mindset transforms failure from something negative into something constructive. Every failure contains valuable lessons about what doesn't work, what you need to improve, and where you might need to pivot. For example, if a project you worked on didn't succeed, you might discover that the problem wasn't your effort, but your approach. Adjusting your strategy based on what you learned can lead to better results the next time. Failure often brings emotions like disappointment, frustration, and even shame. It's important to acknowledge these feelings rather than suppress them. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment. It's a natural part of the process. But don't stay there. Once you've processed your emotions, focus on what's next. Growth comes not from avoiding failure, but from moving through it with resilience and purpose. Another crucial step in learning from failure is taking responsibility. Blaming others or external circumstances might feel comforting in the moment, but it robs you of the opportunity to grow. Owning your role in what went wrong is empowering because it reminds you that you have control over your actions and choices. Taking responsibility isn't about self-blame. It's about recognizing your ability to change and improve. Feedback is an invaluable tool when dealing with failure. Often, an outside perspective can provide insights you might have missed. Seek advice from trusted mentors, colleagues, or friends who can help you analyze what went wrong and how to improve. Constructive criticism might sting at first, but it's one of the most effective ways to learn and grow. One of the most powerful lessons failure teaches is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and success often requires you to adjust your course. Failure forces you to rethink your strategies, explore new options, and develop creative solutions. For example, many successful entrepreneurs experienced multiple failures before finding the right formula for success. Each failure refined their vision and sharpened their skills. Failure also teaches patience and perseverance. In a world that celebrates instant success, it's easy to forget that real growth takes time. Every failure is a reminder that setbacks are part of the process, and that perseverance is key. Think of failure as a staircase. Each step might be hard to climb, but it gets you closer to your goal. It's important to celebrate the courage it takes to fail. Failure only happens when you try, and trying is a sign of bravery and ambition. Many people avoid failure by staying in their comfort zones, but this also means they miss out on opportunities for growth. Embracing failure means you're willing to take risks, push boundaries, and pursue meaningful goals. One of the most inspiring truths about failure is that it often precedes success. History is filled with stories of people who failed repeatedly before achieving greatness. Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Rowling faced numerous rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These stories remind us that failure isn't a dead end. It's part of the journey to success. In practical terms, learning from failure involves reflection and action. After experiencing a setback, take time to reflect on what happened. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What did I learn? What can I do differently next time? Write down your insights and use them to create a plan for moving forward. Then, take action. Even the smallest step forward after failure is a victory. Learning from failure requires self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during tough times. Failure doesn't define you. How you respond to it does. Treat yourself with the same understanding and encouragement you'd offer a friend. Remind yourself that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Failure is not something to fear or avoid. It's a natural and necessary part of growth. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. When you embrace failure as a teacher, you unlock the ability to turn setbacks into stepping stones and challenges into opportunities. In the end, failure is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a better path. Chapter 7. Surrounding yourself with growth. The people you spend the most time with have a profound impact on your life. They influence your thoughts, your habits, and even your belief in what's possible. Surrounding yourself with growth means intentionally building a supportive environment filled with people who inspire, challenge, and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. This chapter delves into the importance of relationships in your journey of improvement and how to cultivate a circle of positive influence. Human beings are social creatures, and our environments shape us more than we often realize. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds more truth than we care to admit. If you're surrounded by individuals who are complacent, negative, or resistant to change, their attitudes can rub off on you. On the other hand, being around people who are driven, curious, and growth-oriented can elevate your mindset and push you to aim higher. Surrounding yourself with growth starts with identifying the types of relationships you currently have. Are the people in your life supportive of your goals? Do they challenge you to think bigger, work harder, or explore new ideas? Or do they hold you back with criticism, negativity, or a fear of change? Take a moment to evaluate these connections honestly. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life entirely, but it does mean prioritizing relationships that contribute to your growth and minimizing the influence of those that don't. Building a growth-oriented network involves seeking out individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to develop. These might include mentors who can offer guidance and wisdom, peers who share your ambition and can collaborate with you, and friends who offer encouragement and a safe space for you to grow. Look for people who are not just successful, but also passionate about learning and self-improvement. These are the individuals who will inspire you to do the same. One way to find these relationships is by engaging with communities that align with your goals. Join groups, clubs, or organizations where you can meet like-minded individuals. Whether it's a professional association, a book club, a fitness class, or an online forum, these spaces offer opportunities to connect with people who share your interests and values. Surrounding yourself with others who are on similar journeys creates a sense of accountability and shared motivation. In addition to building new connections, nurturing your existing relationships is equally important. Sometimes the people who already support you, your family, close friends, or long-time colleagues, can become even more significant influences if you involve them in your growth journey. Share your goals with them and ask for their encouragement or advice. You might be surprised at how willing they are to cheer you on. Surrounding yourself with growth doesn't mean you should only interact with people who think exactly like you. In fact, diversity of thought and perspective can be incredibly enriching. Engaging with individuals who challenge your beliefs or bring different viewpoints to the table forces you to think critically and grow in ways you might not have anticipated. The key is to approach these interactions with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Another crucial aspect of fostering a growth-oriented environment is setting boundaries. Negative or toxic relationships can drain your energy and stifle your progress. While it may not always be possible to eliminate these relationships entirely, especially if they involve family members or co-workers, you can limit their influence by establishing clear boundaries. Protect your energy by choosing when and how to engage with such individuals and focus more on the relationships that uplift you. Remember that surrounding yourself with growth isn't just about receiving support. It's also about giving it. Be the kind of person who inspires others, offers encouragement, and celebrates their successes. When you uplift those around you, you create a reciprocal cycle of positivity and motivation. Growth-oriented relationships are built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to improvement. It's important to recognize that growth is an ongoing process. As you evolve, the types of relationships you need may change. Be willing to adapt your network as your goals and priorities shift. This doesn't mean abandoning old connections, but rather expanding your circle to include individuals who align with your current vision. Surrounding yourself with growth is about creating an environment that nurtures your potential and propels you forward. It's about intentionally choosing relationships that inspire, challenge, and support you. When you surround yourself with the right people, you not only enhance your own growth, but also contribute to a culture of improvement that benefits everyone involved. Remember, you don't have to walk this journey alone. Success is always sweeter when shared with others who believe in your potential. Chapter 8. The Growth Mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it has the power to shape every aspect of your life. Adopting a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and potential can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence, is one of the most transformative shifts you can make. This chapter explores what a growth mindset is, why it matters, and how embracing it can unlock endless opportunities for personal and professional development. The concept of a growth mindset, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is based on the idea that our talents and abilities are not fixed traits, but malleable qualities. In contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes that intelligence and skills are static and unchangeable, a growth mindset views challenges as opportunities to grow and failures as valuable feedback. This shift in perspective is critical because it determines how you respond to obstacles, setbacks, and new opportunities. A growth mindset begins with self-awareness. It requires recognizing the beliefs you hold about yourself and questioning whether they are serving you or holding you back. For example, if you've ever thought, "I'm just not good at math," or "I'm not a creative person," these statements reflect a fixed mindset. These limiting beliefs can become self-fulfilling prophecies, preventing you from even trying to improve in those areas. By contrast, a growth mindset reframes these thoughts. "I'm not good at math yet, but I can improve with practice," or "I can become more creative if I explore and learn." One of the key principles of a growth mindset is embracing challenges rather than avoiding them. When faced with something difficult, people with a fixed mindset might give up, believing they've reached the limits of their ability. Those with a growth mindset, however, see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if you're struggling to learn a new skill, a fixed mindset might lead you to say, "I'll never get this," while a growth mindset encourages you to think, "This is tough, but I'll figure it out with time and effort." The willingness to tackle challenges head-on is what drives progress and improvement. Mistakes and failures, often feared and avoided, are essential elements of a growth mindset. Instead of viewing failure as evidence of incompetence, a growth mindset sees it as an opportunity for growth. When you fail, you gain valuable insights about what didn't work, which can guide you toward better strategies in the future. For instance, if a presentation doesn't go as planned, someone with a growth mindset might ask, "What can I do differently next time?" This approach fosters resilience and continuous improvement. Effort is another cornerstone of the growth mindset. In a fixed mindset, people often believe that effort is pointless if you don't have natural talent. But with a growth mindset, effort is seen as the path to mastery. Every skill you develop, every milestone you reach, and every success you achieve comes from sustained effort over time. The greatest athletes, artists, and innovators all share this quality. They aren't just talented, they are committed to the process of learning, practicing, and refining their craft. Feedback plays a crucial role in cultivating a growth mindset. While a fixed mindset might perceive feedback as criticism or a personal attack, a growth mindset views it as an opportunity to learn. Constructive feedback, whether from a mentor, colleague, or friend, provides valuable insights that can help you grow. To embrace feedback, approach it with curiosity rather than defensiveness. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to improve? Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people can also reinforce this mindset. When you're around individuals who value learning, persistence, and self-improvement, their attitudes become contagious. They celebrate progress, encourage risk-taking, and remind you that growth is a journey, not a destination. This kind of environment fosters a culture of curiosity and continuous development. Adopting a growth mindset requires you to redefine success. Instead of focusing solely on outcomes, prioritize the process. Success isn't just about winning or achieving a specific goal. It's about the effort, learning, and persistence you demonstrate along the way. For example, if you're learning a new language, the growth mindset encourages you to celebrate the small wins, like understanding a phrase or holding a basic conversation, rather than feeling frustrated because you're not yet fluent. Practicing gratitude can also help cultivate a growth mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have and what you've achieved so far. When you're grateful for the progress you've made, no matter how small, you're more likely to stay motivated and continue working toward your goals. Adopting a growth mindset is not a one-time decision, it's a lifelong practice. There will be moments when self-doubt creeps in or when challenges feel insurmountable. In those moments, remind yourself that growth is not linear. It's a journey filled with ups and downs. Each step, no matter how small, is progress. A growth mindset empowers you to approach life with curiosity, resilience, and a belief in your ability to evolve. It transforms challenges into opportunities, mistakes into lessons, and effort into success. By adopting this mindset, you unlock your true potential and open the door to a lifetime of growth and discovery. Chapter 9. Celebrating Progress. Too often, people are so focused on achieving their big goals that they forget to celebrate the journey along the way. In a culture obsessed with final results, progress can feel invisible, and small victories might go unnoticed. However, recognizing and celebrating progress, no matter how small, is a powerful motivator that keeps you energized and committed to your growth. This chapter explores why celebrating progress is essential, how it builds momentum, and practical ways to make it a meaningful part of your self-improvement journey. Progress, not perfection, is the true measure of success. Many people fall into the trap of believing that only the final outcome matters, landing the dream job, finishing the marathon, or hitting a major milestone. But in reality, these achievements are the sum of countless smaller steps, taken consistently over time. Every small action, every incremental improvement, and every minor victory deserves acknowledgement, because they are proof that you are moving forward. Celebrating progress fuels motivation. When you take a moment to recognize what you've accomplished, you activate the reward center in your brain, releasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This creates a positive feedback loop, making you more likely to continue working toward your goals. For example, If you're trying to lose weight and you celebrate losing your first 2 pounds, you'll feel motivated to stick to your plan and lose the next 2. Without celebration, it's easy to feel like your efforts are insignificant, leading to burnout or discouragement. One of the most powerful aspects of celebrating progress is that it helps you stay present and enjoy the journey. When you're always focused on the end goal, it's easy to overlook the value of the process. For instance, learning a new skill, whether it's playing an instrument, coding, or cooking, requires practice and patience. By celebrating small milestones like mastering a single song on the piano or perfecting one recipe, you remind yourself that the effort itself is rewarding. The journey becomes as fulfilling as the destination. Celebrating progress also shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of focusing on what you haven't achieved yet, you appreciate how far you've come. This mindset reduces stress and builds confidence. For example, if you're training for a marathon, instead of fixating on the fact that you haven't run 26 miles yet, you celebrate the fact that you've gone from running 1 mile to 5. This shift in perspective keeps you optimistic and resilient, even when the journey feels challenging. There are countless ways to celebrate progress, and they don't have to be extravagant or time-consuming. Simple acts of recognition can have a big impact. For example, keeping a journal where you write down daily wins can help you reflect on your achievements. Each entry becomes a reminder of the effort you've put in and the progress you've made. Sharing your progress with others, like a friend, mentor, or online community, can also amplify the joy of celebration. Hearing words of encouragement or applause from those who support you reinforces your motivation. Another way to celebrate progress is by rewarding yourself. Rewards don't have to be expensive or elaborate, they just need to feel meaningful to you. For instance, after completing a week of consistent workouts, you might treat yourself to a relaxing bath or a favorite meal. After reaching a major milestone, you could invest in something that supports your journey, like new running shoes or a course to further your skills. The reward itself isn't as important as the message it sends. I acknowledge and appreciate my effort. Gratitude plays a key role in celebrating progress. Taking a moment to express gratitude for what you've achieved, the opportunities you've had, and the people who have supported you can deepen your sense of fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't just make you happier, it reinforces your commitment to keep going. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, especially related to your goals, is a simple but effective practice. It's also important to remember that setbacks are part of progress. Celebrating progress doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about recognizing that even imperfect progress is still progress. For example, if you've been working on improving your diet but had an off day, focus on the fact that you've been consistent for the past week. Acknowledge your effort and remind yourself that one setback doesn't erase your achievements. Celebrating progress isn't just for personal milestones, it can also strengthen relationships and teams. In group settings, acknowledging collective progress fosters a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. Whether it's a team at work meeting a project milestone or a family achieving a shared goal, celebrating together builds morale and deepens connections. Celebrating progress reminds you of your capacity to grow and adapt. Each small victory is evidence that you're capable of change and improvement. This builds self-confidence and reinforces the belief that you can achieve even greater things in the future. It's a reminder that progress is a journey, not a race, and every step forward matters. Celebrating progress is not a distraction from your goals. It's an essential part of achieving them. By acknowledging and appreciating the small victories along the way, you stay motivated, present, and optimistic. Progress, no matter how small, is proof that you're moving in the right direction. So take a moment to celebrate. You've earned it, and it's these moments of recognition that will fuel your continued growth and success. Chapter 10. Becoming your best self. The journey to becoming your best self is not about reaching a final destination or achieving perfection. It's about embracing a lifelong commitment to growth, self-discovery, and the pursuit of your fullest potential. This chapter delves into what it means to become your best self and offers a roadmap for continuing your journey of self-improvement with purpose and passion. Becoming your best self begins with defining what best means to you. Society often imposes external standards of success, wealth, status, or physical appearance, but these don't necessarily align with personal fulfillment. Your best self is uniquely yours, rooted in your values, passions, and aspirations. It's about becoming the person you want to be, not who others expect you to be. Take time to reflect on what matters most to you. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? What makes me feel fulfilled? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These answers will serve as your compass, guiding you toward authentic growth. A key aspect of becoming your best self is cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement. Growth is not a one-time event, but a lifelong process. There will always be new skills to learn, challenges to overcome, and opportunities to explore. Embracing this mindset allows you to stay open to change and innovation, constantly evolving as you navigate life. Each day becomes a chance to do better, learn something new, or take a step closer to your goals. Self-awareness remains essential on this journey. To become your best self, you must know yourself deeply, your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. This self-knowledge helps you make decisions that align with your goals and values. Regular self-reflection through journaling, meditation, or quiet introspection ensures you stay connected to your inner self. It also helps you course-correct when you stray from your path. Another critical element is resilience. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable, but becoming your best self means learning to adapt and thrive, even in the face of adversity. Resilience is built through experience and the willingness to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Each difficulty you overcome strengthens your ability to face the next one, making you more resourceful, confident, and determined. Becoming your best self also requires a commitment to your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Your body and mind are the foundation upon which all other growth is built. Taking care of yourself through proper nutrition, regular exercise, sufficient rest, and mindfulness practices ensures you have the energy and clarity needed to pursue your goals. Emotional health is equally important. Building strong relationships, practicing gratitude, and seeking support when needed are vital for maintaining balance and happiness. Setting goals is another cornerstone of self-improvement. Clear, actionable goals give you direction and purpose. But it's equally important to break those goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each small milestone you achieve reinforces your belief in your ability to grow and succeed. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and keep moving forward. Becoming your best self also involves giving back. True fulfillment comes not just from achieving personal success, but from making a positive impact on others, whether it's mentoring someone, volunteering your time, or simply spreading kindness. Acts of service enrich your life and create a ripple effect of positivity. Helping others grow and succeed doesn't detract from your journey. It enhances it. Another essential aspect of this journey is embracing your unique strengths and talents. Everyone has something special to offer, and tapping into those gifts allows you to make your greatest contribution to the world. Don't waste time comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own path. Your strengths, combined with your dedication to growth, create a unique value that no one else can replicate. Creativity and curiosity are also powerful tools for self-discovery. Stay curious about the world around you, explore new ideas, and embrace your creative potential. Whether it's trying a new hobby, traveling to unfamiliar places, or learning a new skill, these experiences expand your horizons and bring you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Becoming your best self means accepting that you are a work in progress. It's about finding balance between self-acceptance and the desire for improvement. Love and appreciate yourself as you are today, while striving to be better tomorrow. This balance creates a sense of peace and purpose, allowing you to enjoy the journey without being consumed by the destination. This chapter concludes with the understanding that becoming your best self is not about a grand transformation or a single defining moment. It's about the daily choices you make, the habits you build, and the mindset you cultivate. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard, and believing in your ability to grow and improve. Your best self is not a final version of you. It's the person you become every time you choose growth, resilience, and authenticity. It's a journey of endless possibilities, fueled by curiosity, effort, and love for yourself and the world around you. Becoming your best self is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a life well lived, filled with purpose, passion, and endless potential. Chapter 11. The Legacy of Growth. Your journey of self-improvement is not just about personal success. It's also about the impact you leave behind. The legacy of growth is the enduring influence you create through your actions, relationships, and the example you set for others. This chapter explores how your commitment to growth ripples beyond your own life, shaping the lives of those around you and leaving a lasting mark on the world. Every action you take has the potential to inspire. When you choose to improve yourself, pursue your goals, and overcome challenges, you send a powerful message to others. Change is possible. Your growth becomes a living example of resilience, determination, and the pursuit of purpose. Whether it's a colleague inspired by your work ethic, a family member encouraged by your perseverance, or a friend motivated by your positivity, your actions can ignite transformation in others. Building a legacy of growth starts with the mindset that your success isn't just about personal achievement, but about creating value for others. It's the understanding that the knowledge, skills, and experiences you gain can be shared to uplift those around you. For example, if you've developed expertise in a particular field, mentoring someone just starting out can multiply the impact of your efforts. If you've overcome significant obstacles, sharing your story can give hope to someone facing similar challenges. Your growth becomes a tool to empower others. Relationships play a key role in creating your legacy. The way you treat people, your kindness, support, and encouragement forms the foundation of how you'll be remembered. Strong, meaningful connections built on mutual respect and empathy leave a lasting impression. When you invest in helping others grow, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle. For instance, teaching a child the value of hard work or inspiring a friend to pursue their passion can set off a chain reaction of positive change. The legacy of growth isn't limited to direct relationships. It can extend to your community and even the world. Consider how your contributions, whether through volunteering, supporting a cause, or creating something meaningful, can leave a broader impact. Acts of service, no matter how small, become part of your legacy. For example, organizing a neighborhood cleanup, starting a charitable initiative, or simply being a positive influence in your workplace contributes to a culture of growth and progress. Sharing your wisdom is another powerful way to build your legacy. The lessons you've learned through success and failure, effort and perseverance are valuable to others. writing, speaking, or teaching are ways to document and pass on your insights. Even informal conversations with friends or colleagues can be opportunities to share what you've learned. The key is to approach this with humility, recognizing that your experiences can be a source of guidance and encouragement for others. Your legacy isn't just about what you achieve, but about who you become. The values you live by, integrity, kindness, curiosity, resilience, are what people remember most. By aligning your actions with your values, you create a life that not only feels authentic, but also inspires others to do the same. For example, someone who consistently acts with honesty and fairness, even in difficult situations, sets an example of ethical behavior that others admire and strive to emulate. Creating a legacy of growth also means thinking about the future and the kind of world you want to leave behind. It's about making choices that have a positive impact on the next generation. This might mean being environmentally conscious, advocating for social justice, or supporting educational initiatives. Even small, consistent actions can contribute to a better world, leaving a legacy that extends far beyond your lifetime. The legacy of growth isn't something you build at the end of your life. It's something you create every day. Each decision to learn, improve, and contribute adds to the impact you leave behind. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence and intention. Even your struggles and setbacks can be part of your legacy if they show others the importance of resilience and determination. Reflection is an essential part of creating your legacy. Take time to ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? What impact do I want to have on the people around me? How can I use my growth to make a difference? These questions can help you align your actions with your vision for the future. By living intentionally, you ensure that your legacy reflects your true self and the values you hold dear. It's important to understand that your legacy doesn't have to be monumental to be meaningful. Small, everyday actions, offering a kind word, lending a helping hand, or sharing a lesson, can leave a profound impact. Your legacy isn't measured by the number of people you reach, but by the depth of the influence you have on those you touch. The legacy of growth is about more than personal success. It's about the ripple effects of your actions, the inspiration you provide to others, and the positive changes you create in the world. By committing to growth, not just for yourself, but for the benefit of others, you create a legacy that endures long after you're gone. In the end, the most meaningful legacy is one that helps others believe in their own potential, inspiring them to continue the cycle of growth and progress. Chapter 12. The Continuous Journey of Improvement. Improvement is not a destination you reach, but a journey you undertake for a lifetime. Many people view growth as something with a clear endpoint, a moment when they've made it. But the truth is, the process of becoming better, learning more, and evolving never ends. This chapter explores the mindset, habits, and principles required to embrace the continuous journey of improvement, ensuring that growth becomes a natural and fulfilling part of your life. The first step in embracing lifelong improvement is shifting your mindset to one of curiosity and openness. A fixed mindset often assumes that learning and growth have limits, that once you've achieved a certain level of success or expertise, the journey is complete. But a growth mindset recognizes that there is always more to learn, more skills to refine, and more challenges to overcome. The most successful and fulfilled people are those who remain students of life, constantly seeking new opportunities to expand their understanding and abilities. Continuous improvement requires a commitment to self-awareness, regularly assessing your progress, evaluating your goals, and reflecting on your experiences help you stay aligned with your values and aspirations. Ask yourself, what's working in my life? What isn't? What do I want to improve next? Self-awareness allows you to celebrate your achievements while also identifying areas where you can grow. It ensures that your journey is intentional rather than aimless. One of the keys to sustaining lifelong growth is adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and your goals and priorities will evolve over time. What you value today may not hold the same importance tomorrow. Embracing change and being willing to adjust your path ensures that your growth remains relevant and meaningful. For example, if you've spent years building a successful career but find yourself drawn to creative pursuits later in life, allowing yourself to explore this new passion is a form of growth. Adaptability isn't about abandoning what you've achieved. It's about remaining flexible enough to follow what excites and fulfills you. Continuous improvement also involves setting goals that evolve with you. Long-term goals give you a sense of direction, but breaking them into smaller, short-term objectives keeps the journey manageable and rewarding. As you achieve these smaller milestones, take time to reflect on your progress and reassess your larger goals. Are they still aligned with your values? Do they still inspire you? Adjusting your goals as you grow ensures that they remain a source of motivation rather than a rigid checklist. Another critical aspect of lifelong improvement is embracing the process. Many people fall into the trap of thinking they'll only be happy once they've achieved their goals. But true fulfillment comes from enjoying the journey itself. Each step forward, each challenge overcome, and each lesson learned is a victory worth celebrating. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you'll find joy in the act of growing, regardless of how far you've come or how much further you want to go. Continuous improvement isn't just about personal growth. It's also about contributing to the world around you. Sharing your knowledge, supporting others in their journeys, and making a positive impact on your community are all ways to enrich your own life while helping others. When you help someone else grow, you strengthen your own understanding and reinforce your commitment to improvement. Teaching, mentoring, and collaborating are powerful ways to ensure that your journey benefits not just you, but those around you. Building resilience is another essential part of sustaining lifelong improvement. The path of growth is not linear. It's filled with setbacks, failures, and moments of self-doubt. Resilience allows you to recover from these challenges and keep moving forward. Each time you bounce back from a setback, you strengthen your ability to face future obstacles. Over time, resilience becomes a habit that keeps you steady, even in the face of uncertainty. Habits play a crucial role in the journey of continuous improvement. The small, consistent actions you take every day, whether it's reading, exercising, meditating, or learning something new, compound over time to create significant results. These habits become the foundation of your growth, ensuring that you're always moving forward, even if the progress feels slow. The key is to stay consistent and patient, trusting that the effort you put in today will pay off in the future. Lifelong improvement also requires surrounding yourself with inspiration. Seek out people, books, podcasts, and experiences that challenge and motivate you. The environment you create plays a huge role in your ability to grow. When you're surrounded by positivity, encouragement, and fresh ideas, you're more likely to stay engaged in the journey. Similarly, stepping out of your comfort zone and exposing yourself to new perspectives keeps the process exciting and dynamic. Gratitude is another important element of continuous growth. While it's natural to focus on what you want to achieve next, taking time to appreciate how far you've come fosters a sense of contentment and balance. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and reminds you that the journey itself is a privilege. It allows you to approach growth with a sense of abundance rather than scarcity, making the process more enjoyable and sustainable. Remember that continuous improvement doesn't mean you have to be in constant motion. Rest and reflection are vital parts of the journey. Taking breaks, celebrating your progress, and giving yourself time to recharge ensure that you don't burn out. Growth is not a race. It's a rhythm of effort and renewal that allows you to stay engaged and motivated over the long term. The continuous journey of improvement is a mindset, a habit, and a way of life. It's about waking up each day with the intention to learn, grow, and contribute. It's about embracing challenges, adapting to change, and celebrating progress. Most importantly, it's about understanding that growth isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about becoming the best version of yourself over and over again for as long as you live. This journey, filled with effort, curiosity, and purpose, is what makes life truly fulfilling. Chapter 14. The Courage to Change. Change is one of the most daunting yet essential aspects of personal growth. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone, confronting uncertainty, and embracing the unknown. While the idea of change can be intimidating, it is also the gateway to becoming the best version of yourself. This chapter explores the courage it takes to change, the rewards it brings, and practical steps to make change a lasting and positive force in your life. The first step in finding the courage to change is acknowledging the need for it. Many people resist change because they feel safe in familiar routines, even when those routines no longer serve them. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown often keeps us stuck in a cycle of inertia. However, change begins with an honest assessment of where you are and where you want to be. Ask yourself, am I truly satisfied with my current situation? Are my habits, environment, or relationships helping me grow? These questions can illuminate areas of your life that need transformation. Change requires vulnerability. It means admitting that you don't have all the answers and that there's room for improvement. This vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. It takes courage to face your fears, acknowledge your flaws, and take action to address them. For example, deciding to leave an unfulfilling job or ending a toxic relationship can feel overwhelming. But by choosing to confront these situations, you're prioritizing your well-being and future growth. One of the most challenging aspects of change is the discomfort it brings. The process of letting go of old habits, mindsets, or environments can be unsettling. However, this discomfort is a necessary part of growth. Just as a seed must break through the soil to sprout, you must push through moments of uncertainty and doubt to reach your potential. Reframing discomfort as a sign of progress can help you navigate these moments with resilience. Having a clear vision is a powerful motivator for change. When you're uncertain about the path ahead, envision the person you want to become or the life you want to create. What does that version of you look like? How do they act? What habits and qualities define them? This vision serves as a guiding star, helping you stay focused and motivated even when the journey gets tough. Writing down your goals or creating a vision board can make this future feel tangible and within reach. Small, consistent actions are the key to sustainable change. While big, sweeping changes can feel inspiring, they're often difficult to maintain. Instead, focus on incremental improvements that build momentum over time. For instance, if you want to improve your health, start with small changes like drinking more water, taking a short walk daily, or reducing processed foods. These small wins create a sense of accomplishment and make the process less overwhelming. Support systems play a vital role in finding the courage to change. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and uplift you can make all the difference. Share your goals with trusted friends, mentors or family members who can hold you accountable and provide motivation during tough times. Likewise, distancing yourself from negative influences or environments that resist change can help you stay on track. Another essential aspect of change is learning to embrace failure. Not every attempt will succeed, and that's okay. Each misstep is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Instead of fearing failure, view it as a natural part of the process. For example, if you're trying to develop a new skill and struggle initially, remind yourself that every expert was once a beginner. Failure is not a reason to stop. It's a reason to try again with a better approach. Mindfulness and self-compassion are powerful tools during times of change. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay present, reducing anxiety about the future and regret about the past. Self-compassion reminds you to treat yourself with kindness, even when things don't go as planned. Change is hard, and being patient with yourself can make the journey more manageable. Change also requires a willingness to let go. This might mean letting go of limiting beliefs, unhealthy habits, or even relationships that no longer align with your goals. Letting go can be painful, but it creates space for new opportunities, experiences, and connections that support your growth. For example, stepping away from a toxic friendship might feel difficult at first, but it can open the door to relationships that are more supportive and fulfilling. Celebrate your progress. Each step you take toward change, no matter how small, is a victory. Acknowledging your efforts reinforces your belief in your ability to grow and adapt. Whether it's journaling about your achievements, sharing your progress with a friend, or simply taking a moment to reflect, these celebrations keep you motivated and focused on your journey. The courage to change is not about eliminating fear. It's about acting despite it. It's about recognizing that the risk of staying the same is often greater than the risk of stepping into the unknown. Change is rarely easy, but it's always worth it. When you embrace the process with courage and determination, you open yourself up to new possibilities, greater fulfillment, and a deeper sense of purpose. You'll understand that change is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It's the process through which you grow, evolve, and become the person you're meant to be. The courage to change is the key to unlocking your potential and living a life that aligns with your dreams and values. Chapter 15. Living with Purpose. Purpose is the driving force behind a meaningful life. It's the reason you get up in the morning, the motivation behind your goals, and the compass that guides your decisions. Living with purpose doesn't mean having all the answers or achieving perfection. It means aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. This chapter explores how to discover your purpose, nurture it, and use it as a foundation for a fulfilling life. Living with purpose begins with self-discovery. To understand what gives your life meaning, take time to reflect on your passions, values, and strengths. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? What causes or ideas ignite a fire in me? What do I want to contribute to the world? These questions can help you uncover the threads of your purpose. For some, purpose might come from a career that aligns with their passions. For others, it may be found in relationships, creative pursuits, or helping others. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It doesn't have to mean curing diseases or building billion-dollar companies, though it can. Purpose is deeply personal and can be as simple as being a source of love and support for your family or spreading kindness in your community. The key is to identify what resonates most deeply with you and commit to it wholeheartedly. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to integrate it into your daily life. Purpose is not a distant goal or something to pursue in the future. It's a way of living. Small, intentional actions aligned with your purpose can make a significant impact over time. For example, if your purpose is to create, set aside time each day to write, paint, or build. If your purpose is to help others, look for opportunities to volunteer, mentor, or simply offer a listening ear to those in need. Purpose brings clarity to your decisions. When you're clear about what matters most to you, it becomes easier to say yes to the right opportunities and no to distractions. Purpose acts as a filter, helping you prioritize your time and energy in ways that align with your values. For example, if your purpose is to promote sustainability, you might choose to support eco-friendly businesses, advocate for change, or adopt sustainable habits in your own life. Living with purpose also provides resilience in the face of challenges. When you're connected to something bigger than yourself, setbacks feel less overwhelming. Purpose gives you a reason to keep going, even when the road is difficult. It reminds you that your efforts matter and that you're working towards something meaningful. For instance, a teacher dedicated to shaping young minds may draw strength from their purpose, even on the hardest days in the classroom. Purpose is not static. It evolves as you grow. What feels meaningful to you today may change over time as your experiences, priorities, and understanding of the world deepen. This is why it's important to revisit your purpose regularly, reflecting on whether it still aligns with who you are and what you want to achieve. Embracing this fluidity allows you to adapt and continue living with purpose, no matter where life takes you. One of the most powerful ways to nurture your purpose is by sharing it with others. When you involve others in your journey, your purpose gains momentum. Collaborating with like-minded individuals, joining communities that share your values, or simply inspiring others through your actions can amplify your impact. For instance, someone passionate about mental health might start a support group, create educational content, or advocate for policy changes, creating a ripple effect that touches countless lives. Gratitude and reflection are essential to living with purpose. Taking time to appreciate the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your purpose reinforces its importance. Reflecting on how your actions contribute to your goals can keep you motivated and focused. A gratitude journal, regular meditation, or simply pausing to acknowledge your progress can deepen your connection to your purpose. Living with purpose doesn't mean every moment of your life will feel profound or significant. There will still be mundane tasks, setbacks, and moments of doubt. The difference is that purpose provides a sense of direction and fulfillment that carries you through these moments. It's not about eliminating difficulties, but about finding meaning in the journey. Living with purpose is about aligning your life with what matters most to you. It's about making choices that reflect your values, pursuing goals that ignite your passion, and contributing to something greater than yourself. Purpose transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, turning even the smallest actions into meaningful contributions. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand that purpose is not something you find, it's something you create. It's the result of your choices, actions, and the way you choose to engage with the world. Living with purpose is a lifelong practice, one that brings depth, joy, and meaning to every step of your journey. Chapter 16. Mastering Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is the bridge between setting goals and achieving them. It's the ability to stay focused, resist distractions, and take consistent action, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. Mastering self-discipline is not about harsh self-control or perfectionism. It's about developing habits, strategies, and a mindset that keeps you aligned with your purpose and moving toward your goals. This chapter explores how self-discipline works, why it's essential, and how to cultivate it in every area of your life. Self-discipline begins with clarity. Before you can exercise discipline, you need a clear understanding of your goals and why they matter to you. Vague objectives like get healthier or be successful don't provide enough direction. Instead, define your goals in specific terms. I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising 3 times a week and eating healthier meals. Or, I want to grow my business by 20% this year by dedicating 1 hour each day to strategic planning. The more precise your goals, the easier it is to stay disciplined because you know exactly what you're working toward. Understanding your why is equally important. Discipline becomes much easier when you have a compelling reason for your efforts. Ask yourself, why do I want this? How will achieving this goal improve my life? How will it make me feel? For example, if your goal is to save money, your why might be to build financial security for your family or achieve the freedom to travel. Connecting with your deeper purpose gives you the emotional fuel to keep going when discipline is tested. Self-discipline thrives on routines and habits. Willpower alone is not enough to sustain long-term effort. It's finite and can be depleted over time. Instead, focus on creating habits that automate your discipline. For instance, if you want to read more, set aside a specific time each day, like 20 minutes before bed, to read. Over time, this becomes a natural part of your day, requiring little mental effort. The key is to design your environment to support these habits, such as keeping a book on your nightstand or removing distractions from your workspace. Another cornerstone of self-discipline is the ability to prioritize. Not all tasks or goals are created equal, and trying to tackle everything at once often leads to burnout. Identify the most important tasks, the ones that will have the greatest impact on your goals, and focus on those first. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix or time blocking to organize your day and ensure that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. Overcoming distractions is a critical aspect of self-discipline in today's world. From social media notifications to endless to-do lists, distractions are everywhere. To combat this, create a focused environment by eliminating unnecessary interruptions. Turn off non-essential notifications, set boundaries with others during work or study time, and use techniques like the Pomodoro method to stay on track. Remember, discipline is about saying no to what doesn't serve your goals, so you can say yes to what does. Self-discipline also requires learning to delay gratification. Many of the best things in life take time, effort, and patience. However, we're often tempted by short-term pleasures that derail long-term progress. For instance, choosing to spend time on social media instead of working on a project or eating junk food instead of cooking a healthy meal might feel satisfying in the moment, but leads to regret later. Cultivating the ability to resist these temptations is key to staying disciplined. Visualization can help. Picture the long-term benefits of your actions to remind yourself why they're worth the effort. Accountability is another powerful tool for mastering self-discipline. When you share your goals with someone you trust, such as a friend, mentor, or accountability partner, you're more likely to stay committed. Knowing that someone else is aware of your intentions adds a layer of motivation to follow through. Regular check-ins, whether in person or online, can keep you focused and ensure that you're making progress. Self-compassion plays a surprisingly important role in self-discipline. Many people believe that discipline requires being hard on yourself when you slip up, but this approach often backfires. Instead, practice self-compassion by acknowledging that setbacks are a natural part of the process. If you miss a workout or procrastinate on a task, don't dwell on guilt or frustration. Instead, reflect on what went wrong, adjust your approach, and get back on track. Discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Rewarding yourself is another effective way to reinforce self-discipline. When you achieve a milestone or complete a challenging task, take time to celebrate your success. Rewards don't have to be extravagant. They can be as simple as enjoying a favorite snack, watching an episode of your favorite show, or treating yourself to a relaxing evening. These rewards create positive associations with disciplined behavior, making it easier to stay consistent. Mastering self-discipline requires patience. Building discipline is like strengthening a muscle. It takes time, effort, and practice. You'll have good days and bad days, but what matters is that you keep showing up. Each small act of discipline, whether it's saying no to distractions, following through on a commitment, or pushing yourself to do one more rep at the gym, adds up over time. Self-discipline is not about deprivation or rigid control. It's about creating a life that aligns with your goals and values through intentional actions and choices. By mastering self-discipline, you unlock the ability to achieve your dreams, overcome obstacles, and live with purpose. It's a skill that empowers you to take charge of your life and build the future you envision, one disciplined step at a time. Chapter 17. The Role of Gratitude in Growth. Gratitude is often seen as a simple expression of thankfulness, but its impact on personal growth is profound. It is not just a fleeting feeling, but a powerful mindset that can transform how you view yourself, your journey, and the world around you. Living with gratitude doesn't just make you happier. It deepens your connection to your goals, strengthens your relationships, and propels your self-improvement forward. This chapter explores how gratitude plays a central role in personal growth and provides practical ways to cultivate it in your life. Gratitude begins with awareness. It requires pausing to recognize and appreciate the good in your life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. In a fast-paced world, where attention often gravitates toward what's lacking or what's wrong, gratitude shifts your focus to what's abundant and what's right. This simple shift in perspective can have a ripple effect on your mindset, helping you see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and progress as a gift. One of the key ways gratitude supports growth is by fostering a positive outlook. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you develop a mindset of abundance. This shift encourages optimism, resilience, and a greater willingness to take risks. For example, someone who approaches their career with gratitude for existing opportunities is more likely to embrace new challenges, take initiative, and innovate, compared to someone who only sees obstacles and frustrations. Gratitude also strengthens motivation. When you acknowledge and celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small, you build momentum to keep going. For instance, if you're working toward a fitness goal, taking a moment to appreciate how far you've come, whether it's running a longer distance, lifting heavier weights, or simply feeling more energetic, reinforces your commitment to your journey. Gratitude transforms effort into fulfillment, making the process of growth more rewarding. Cultivating gratitude enhances your relationships, which are essential to personal growth. Expressing appreciation for the people in your life strengthens connections and builds trust. Whether it's thanking a mentor for their guidance, a friend for their support, or a family member for their love, these expressions of gratitude deepen bonds and create a foundation of mutual respect and encouragement. Strong relationships are a cornerstone of personal development, offering both support and inspiration as you pursue your goals. Gratitude also helps you navigate challenges. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated when faced with difficulties, but gratitude shifts your perspective. Instead of focusing solely on what's going wrong, gratitude encourages you to look for silver linings. For example, losing a job might initially feel devastating, but gratitude can help you see it as an opportunity to explore new paths or develop new skills. By focusing on what you can learn or gain from adversity, gratitude builds resilience and helps you move forward with a sense of purpose. A practical way to integrate gratitude into your daily life is through journaling. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day can help you develop the habit of noticing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life. These entries don't have to be grand or life-changing. They can be as simple as a kind gesture from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, or the satisfaction of completing a task. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to naturally seek out the good in your life, making gratitude a default mindset. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for cultivating gratitude. By staying present and fully engaged in the moment, you become more aware of the things you might otherwise take for granted. For example, savoring a meal, appreciating the sound of laughter, or feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin can become moments of gratitude when approached with mindfulness. These small, everyday experiences contribute to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Gratitude also involves reflecting on the bigger picture. Consider the people, circumstances, and opportunities that have shaped your journey. Who has supported you along the way? What experiences have helped you grow? Taking time to reflect on these questions can deepen your appreciation for the interconnectedness of your life and the contributions of others. It reminds you that growth is not a solo endeavor, but a collective process enriched by the support and influence of those around you. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing it outwardly. Verbalizing your appreciation to others not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your own sense of gratitude. A heartfelt thank you note, a kind word, or even a sincere acknowledgement in conversation can go a long way in creating a positive impact. These acts of gratitude not only uplift others, but also cultivate a sense of joy and connection within yourself. Gratitude is also a tool for managing stress and anxiety. When life feels overwhelming, focusing on what you're grateful for can provide a sense of grounding and perspective. It reminds you of your strengths, your resources, and the progress you've already made. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges. It puts them in context, helping you approach them with greater calm and confidence. Living with gratitude requires consistency. It's not just about occasional moments of thankfulness, but a daily practice that becomes part of your identity. The more you practice gratitude, the more it becomes a natural lens through which you view the world. Over time, this shift in perspective transforms not only your attitude, but also your actions, helping you grow in ways you never thought possible. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a powerful force that drives personal growth. By appreciating the present, celebrating progress, and embracing the support of others, you create a foundation for lasting improvement and fulfillment. Gratitude allows you to grow not from a place of scarcity or dissatisfaction, but from a place of abundance and joy. In the end, gratitude is both a fuel for your journey and a reward in itself, enriching every step of the path to becoming your best self. Chapter 18. The Power of Vision. Vision is the ability to see beyond your current circumstances and imagine a future that aligns with your dreams and values. It's a roadmap, a source of inspiration, and a guiding force that keeps you focused on what truly matters. The power of vision lies in its ability to clarify your goals, energize your efforts, and propel you toward meaningful growth. This chapter explores how to create a compelling vision for your life, harness its power, and use it to navigate your journey of self-improvement. A clear vision begins with introspection. To craft a vision for your life, take time to reflect on your deepest desires, values, and aspirations. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to create? Who do I want to become? What impact do I want to leave on the world? Your vision doesn't have to be rigid or perfectly defined. It's a dynamic, evolving picture of the life you want to lead. The key is to connect with your authentic self and imagine a future that excites and motivates you. Vision provides clarity and focus. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, it's easy to feel scattered or overwhelmed. A well-defined vision acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and helping you prioritize what truly matters. For example, if your vision is to build a career that combines creativity and purpose, it becomes easier to say no to opportunities that don't align with that goal and to focus your energy on projects that bring you closer to your ideal future. The power of vision lies in its ability to inspire action. When you have a clear picture of what you're working toward, it becomes easier to stay motivated, even in the face of challenges. Vision transforms effort into purpose, turning mundane tasks into meaningful steps on the path to your goals. For instance, waking up early to exercise might feel like a chore, but if your vision includes a healthy, vibrant lifestyle, that effort takes on new significance. It becomes a step toward realizing your ideal self. Visualization is a powerful tool for harnessing the energy of your vision. Spend time regularly imagining yourself living the life you desire. Close your eyes and picture the details. What does your day look like? How do you feel? Who are you surrounded by? Engaging your senses and emotions in this way makes your vision feel real and attainable. It also reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve it, creating a mental blueprint that guides your actions. Breaking down your vision into actionable goals is essential for turning dreams into reality. While a vision provides direction, it's the smaller, concrete steps that move you forward. Identify key milestones and create a plan for achieving them. For example, if your vision is to start your own business, break it down into manageable steps like researching your market, creating a business plan, and building a network. Each small achievement brings you closer to your larger vision and reinforces your confidence. Sharing your vision with others can amplify its power. When you articulate your goals to trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues, you create accountability and invite support. People who understand and believe in your vision can provide encouragement, resources, and connections that help you stay on track. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share similar aspirations can also inspire and motivate you to keep pursuing your goals. Vision is not just about achieving personal success. It's also about making a positive impact on the world. The most compelling visions are those that extend beyond individual gain and contribute to the greater good. Whether it's creating art that inspires others, building a business that solves problems, or mentoring the next generation, aligning your vision with a purpose larger than yourself gives it depth and significance. Resilience plays a crucial role in maintaining your vision. The journey toward your ideal life will not be without obstacles. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. A strong vision acts as an anchor during these times, reminding you why you started and keeping you focused on the bigger picture. For example, an aspiring author facing rejection from publishers can draw strength from their vision of sharing their story with the world, using setbacks as opportunities to refine and improve their work. Vision is not static. It evolves as you grow. As you achieve milestones and gain new insights, your vision may shift to reflect your changing priorities and perspectives. Embrace this evolution as a natural part of the process. Regularly revisit and refine your vision to ensure it continues to inspire and guide you. For instance, someone who initially envisioned career success might later prioritize family, personal well-being, or community impact as their journey unfolds. Practicing gratitude enhances the power of your vision. While it's important to look forward, it's equally important to appreciate the progress you've already made. Gratitude keeps you grounded and helps you maintain a positive mindset, making it easier to stay focused on your goals. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small, and acknowledge the people and experiences that have supported your growth. Believe in your vision. Doubt and fear are natural parts of the process, but trust in your ability to create the life you imagine. Remind yourself that every great achievement began as a vision, an idea in someone's mind that they brought to life through determination, effort, and faith. Your vision is no different. It's a reflection of your potential and a testament to what's possible when you commit to growth and purpose. The power of vision is transformative. It provides direction, fuels motivation, and keeps you aligned with your values and dreams. By cultivating a clear, inspiring vision for your life and taking consistent action to bring it to fruition, you create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and impact. Vision is not just about seeing what's possible. It's about believing in it and working tirelessly to make it a reality. Chapter 19. Overcoming Doubt and Fear. Doubt and fear are natural companions on the journey of self-improvement. They whisper questions like, "Am I good enough? What if I fail? And what will others think?" These emotions, while common, can become barriers that hold you back from pursuing your dreams and reaching your potential. Overcoming doubt and fear is not about eliminating them entirely. It's about learning to navigate them with courage, resilience, and determination. This chapter explores practical strategies to confront doubt and fear, empowering you to take bold steps toward growth and success. The first step in overcoming doubt and fear is understanding their purpose. These emotions often arise as a form of self-protection, warning you about potential risks or challenges. While this can be helpful in dangerous situations, doubt and fear often overstep their bounds, creating unnecessary obstacles in areas where the risks are not life-threatening, but instead part of growth. Recognizing that doubt and fear are natural responses, not absolute truths, helps you separate fact from fiction. Self-awareness is key to managing these emotions. Take a moment to identify the specific doubts or fears that are holding you back. Are you afraid of failure, criticism, disappointing others? Write these fears down and then challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this fear based on evidence or is it an assumption? What's the worst that could happen and how would I handle it? Often, the act of naming and questioning your fears diminishes their power. Building confidence is another crucial step in overcoming doubt. Confidence doesn't come from waiting until you're fearless. It comes from taking action despite your fears. Each small success you achieve reinforces your belief in your abilities, creating a positive feedback loop that weakens doubt over time. For example, if you're nervous about public speaking, starting with a small presentation in front of a supportive group can build the confidence needed for larger audiences. Reframing failure as a learning experience is essential for confronting doubt. Many fears stem from the belief that failure is the end of the road, a sign of inadequacy. But failure is not a verdict, it's a teacher. Every mistake provides valuable lessons that can guide your next steps. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What can I learn if I do?" This mindset shift turns fear into curiosity, making it easier to take risks and embrace new challenges. Visualization is a powerful tool for overcoming fear. Instead of fixating on worst-case scenarios, spend time visualizing success. Picture yourself achieving your goals, handling challenges with confidence, and navigating obstacles with grace. Engaging your imagination in this way rewires your brain, making success feel more attainable and reducing the emotional grip of fear. For instance, An athlete preparing for a competition might visualize themselves performing at their best, focusing on the feeling of accomplishment and joy. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is another effective strategy. Doubt and fear often thrive in isolation, feeding on your internal insecurities. Sharing your concerns with trusted friends, mentors, or loved ones can provide perspective and encouragement. These individuals can remind you of your strengths, challenge your negative thinking, and help you stay focused on your goals. A strong support system acts as a buffer against self-doubt, giving you the courage to keep moving forward. Action is the antidote to fear. Often the anticipation of a challenge is far more intimidating than the challenge itself. Taking even the smallest step forward breaks the cycle of overthinking and builds momentum. For example, if you're hesitant to start a new project, begin with a simple task like brainstorming ideas or drafting an outline. Each action, no matter how small, chips away at fear and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay grounded in the present moment, reducing the mental spirals that fuel doubt and fear. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or journaling can calm your mind and create space for clarity and perspective. When you're fully present, fear loses its grip, and you're better equipped to face challenges with a clear head. Self-compassion is essential when dealing with doubt. It's easy to be harsh on yourself for feeling insecure or afraid, but this only deepens the cycle of negativity. Instead, treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge that doubt and fear are part of being human, and remind yourself that you're doing your best. Encouraging self-talk such as "I can handle this" or "I'm stronger than I think" helps counteract the inner critic and build resilience. Challenging your comfort zone is another way to weaken doubt and fear. Growth often happens just beyond the boundaries of what feels safe and familiar. By intentionally stepping outside of your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Start small, whether it's trying a new activity, speaking up in a meeting, or reaching out to someone for advice, and gradually increase the level of challenge. Each success expands your comfort zone, making future risks feel less daunting. Adopt a long-term perspective. Doubt and fear often feel overwhelming in the moment, but their power diminishes over time. Reflect on past challenges you've overcome and the progress you've made. Remind yourself that fear is temporary, but growth is lasting. The things that once scared you often become the stepping stones that lead to your greatest achievements. Overcoming doubt and fear is not about erasing them. It's about learning to move forward despite them. It's about trusting yourself, taking action, and staying committed to your goals, even when the path feels uncertain. By facing your fears head-on and cultivating resilience, you unlock a deeper sense of courage and confidence, allowing you to grow into the person you're meant to be. Doubt and fear are not the enemies of growth. They are part of it. They signal that you're stepping into new territory, pushing your limits, and pursuing something meaningful. When you embrace these emotions as part of the journey, you transform them from obstacles into opportunities, turning fear into fuel and doubt into determination. Chapter 20. The Power of Reflection. Reflection is the art of looking back to move forward. In the hustle of everyday life, it's easy to stay focused on what's next, rarely pausing to assess where you've been and what you've learned. Yet, reflection is one of the most powerful tools for growth, offering clarity, perspective, and deeper self-awareness. It allows you to celebrate progress, learn from mistakes, and realign your actions with your goals. This chapter explores how to harness the power of reflection to accelerate your personal growth and create a more meaningful life. At its core, reflection is about creating space to process your experiences. It's a chance to pause, step back, and take stock of your journey. Often people rush from one task to another, checking off accomplishments without fully appreciating their significance. Reflection interrupts this cycle, encouraging you to ask, what have I achieved? What have I learned? How have I grown? These questions transform daily experiences into valuable insights, helping you make more intentional choices moving forward. Reflection is especially powerful when it comes to recognizing your progress. Growth often feels slow or invisible, leading to frustration or self-doubt. By looking back, you can see how far you've come and celebrate the milestones you've reached. For example, if you've been working on building a healthier lifestyle, reflection might reveal that you've consistently exercised for months, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Recognizing these efforts boosts motivation and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Equally important is using reflection to learn from setbacks. No journey is without its challenges, but reflection turns these challenges into opportunities for growth. When something doesn't go as planned, ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? These questions shift your focus from regret to improvement, empowering you to approach similar situations with greater wisdom and confidence in the future. Reflection also deepens self-awareness, helping you understand your patterns, habits, and triggers. It encourages you to examine not just what you've done, but why you've done it. For example, if you consistently procrastinate on a particular task, reflection might reveal underlying fears or doubts that are holding you back. This awareness is the first step to addressing those barriers and making meaningful changes. There are many ways to incorporate reflection into your life, and the key is finding a method that resonates with you. Journaling is one of the most effective tools for reflection, offering a private space to explore your thoughts and feelings. Writing about your day, your achievements, and your challenges can clarify your thinking and reveal patterns you might not notice otherwise. Prompts like, what am I proud of today? What challenged me? What did I learn? Can guide your journaling practice. Mindfulness meditation is another powerful way to reflect. By sitting in silence and observing your thoughts without judgment, you create space to process your experiences and gain perspective. This practice can help you identify recurring themes in your life, such as what brings you joy or what consistently causes stress, allowing you to make more informed choices moving forward. Regularly scheduled reflection sessions, such as weekly or monthly check-ins, can provide structure and consistency. During these sessions, take time to review your goals, assess your progress, and set intentions for the future. Ask yourself questions like, what worked well this week? What didn't? How can I improve next time? These periodic reviews help you stay aligned with your priorities and ensure that you're making steady progress toward your goals. Reflection isn't just about looking back, it's also about looking forward. Use what you've learned to plan your next steps, adjust your strategies, and refine your goals. For instance, if reflection reveals that a particular approach isn't working, it's an opportunity to try something new. By continuously integrating lessons from the past into your future plans, you create a cycle of growth and improvement. Gratitude is an integral part of reflection, adding depth and positivity to the process. As you reflect, take time to appreciate the people, opportunities, and experiences that have contributed to your journey. Gratitude not only reinforces a sense of abundance, but also shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's present, making reflection a more uplifting and motivating experience. Reflection also enhances your relationships. Taking time to think about your interactions with others, what went well, what could have been better, and how you can show up more authentically strengthens your connections. For example, reflecting on a difficult conversation might help you understand the other person's perspective and approach future interactions with greater empathy and understanding. One of the most significant benefits of reflection is the clarity it provides. When life feels chaotic or overwhelming, reflection helps you cut through the noise and focus on what truly matters. It reminds you of your values, your purpose, and your goals, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with your vision for the future. This clarity reduces stress and increases your sense of control over your life. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past, it's about learning from it. It's a practice that encourages growth, fosters self-awareness, and keeps you aligned with your goals. By making reflection a regular part of your life, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey, empowering you to move forward with confidence and purpose. The power of reflection lies in its ability to transform experience into insight, insight into action, and action into growth. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, helping you live a life of intention and fulfillment. Reflection is the key to understanding where you've been, appreciating where you are, and creating a clearer path to where you want to go. Growth is not a single destination. It's a lifelong journey of intentional effort, self-discovery, and meaningful change. This book has been a guide through the many facets of choosing to get better, a reminder that improvement is always within reach and that the power to change lies within you. Each chapter has explored a unique aspect of self-improvement, from embracing the courage to face challenges to mastering self-discipline, living with gratitude, and crafting a compelling vision for your life. These principles are not separate paths, but interconnected steps that, when combined, form a holistic approach to personal growth. Together, they equip you to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and purpose. The choice to improve is not a grand, one-time decision. It's a series of daily commitments. It's waking up each morning with the intention to be a little better than yesterday, to learn something new, or to overcome a small fear. Progress may not always be linear, and setbacks are inevitable, but each step forward, no matter how small, carries you closer to the person you aspire to become. This journey is deeply personal. Your vision, purpose, and goals are uniquely yours, and no one else can define them for you. Yet, as personal as growth is, it's also collective. Your progress inspires others, your courage uplifts those around you, and your contributions to the world create ripples of positive change. The better you become, the more you empower others to embark on their own journeys. Remember that growth isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up for yourself every day, even when the road is difficult. It's about embracing failure as a teacher, celebrating progress as it comes, and finding joy in the process of becoming. As you close this book, know that the principles and strategies within it are tools to carry with you, not just for now, but for the rest of your life. They are reminders of your potential, your resilience, and your ability to shape your destiny. The choice to get better is always yours to make, again and again, in every moment, and at every crossroads. So, take what you've learned, apply it with courage, and move forward with confidence. Choose to embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and live with purpose. Most importantly, choose to get better, not because you have to, but because you can. Your journey is yours to write, and the best is yet to come.